be excited if you could kick your sugar habit and get a good, consistent night's sleep? Well, I'm here to tell you that it is possible with coaching and finding out what your bad habits are. So let's talk about that a little bit. Most women in midlife have something called scheduled maintenance insomnia, meaning that you fall asleep, but then you get woken up by like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you can't get yourself back to sleep. You're tossing and you're turning. So then you end up in this poor sleep pattern. And sugar actually is one of the main culprits of it. It does cause inflammation in our body. It's addictive. It's in so many things. When we try to wean ourselves off of it, a lot of times we actually go through withdrawal symptoms of withdrawing from sugar. You may get a headache, irritable, and sometimes you just need help getting over that hump. Is that you? So sugar is in a lot of hidden things. And I don't mean like just pouring table sugar on your cereal or something like that. It's just in a lot of our everyday foods. And that's where we need to kind of pay more attention and which ones raise our glycemic level the highest and which don't. Some foods are just have some natural sugars in it. Some of our dairy products, some of our fruits, they are all automatically just going to have some natural sugars in it. But then when we add in the baked goods, the cereals, the condiments, now we're talking that we have an issue and we get addicted to it. It's not that you don't have willpower. It literally is an addiction into our brain. And because we've been having it day after day, month after month, it just becomes of who we are, but it interrupts our sleep. Hi, this is Carrie Burrows. I'm a certified health coach for women in midlife, and I'm a sleep and hormone expert. And I have studied this extensively as I had to deal with this myself, looking for natural ways for me to deal with those symptoms of perimenopause and many menopause. And one of my big one was not getting a good night's sleep. So it was more than just worrying about the weight loss. It was me getting in touch with how much sugar was I actually having throughout my day. When was I having my cravings? What could I do instead? And that's what I coach around. So some of the tips I would say, get rid of the stuff in your house that you know is your go-to. Is it the, Snickers bar? Is it the ice cream in the freezer? You know it's there and you're going to give into it. Just get rid of it. If you can do, a reset cleanse, I would recommend that. I just did a 5-day whiteout challenge for women, and they had to eliminate sugar for those 5 days and they feel better. They went through a little bit of a time. Some of them had to struggle a little bit, but now they're over it and they found substitutions that they can use instead. So something that you can do that's super yummy is do like a baked apple. So you put it, score it, and you put it on a baking pan, and then you're just going to make a mixture of cinnamon and just some monk fruit. Monk fruit is a natural sweetener that comes from a fruit, and it's granulated and it doesn't raise your glycemic index. And with the cinnamon, you're going to bake it in the oven. I would say like 400 for about 20 minutes, and it gets all caramelized and gooey. And just serve that with like a dollop of plain coconut yogurt. And it's a great dessert and it will substitute or a snack in the middle of the day when you're really craving it. Otherwise, use things like movement. Get your body moving instead of giving in to the cookie. Go for a walk outside, the fresh air, and see how reducing that sugar in your diet helps you then sleep better. It's actually one of the things, like obviously there's many, but see if that's something that works. And then maybe actually you're going to lose some weight in the in the process of it. So that's my tip for you today. Look at what sugar does to your sleep and how that maybe is a connection for you that you need to break free of. So, my heart to you, and I hope that you have a sugar free and a sleep night. That's awesome.